This is the first upload since let me think about it. Anyway. Hello baby. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been quite a while since I posted. Life just gets busy. I'm just an average Joe that has to work for my living, and yeah, work got quite busy. And also there's not really been much going on car wise. I've actually not driven the car in a month actually. I've had the car on charge because today is a very important day. I'm nervous, scared. If you don't know what this is, I'll explain in a minute. Today is MOT day for Troublemaker. MOT is, if you don't know what it is, it's just a yearly test that they put the car through to make sure that everything's fine. Your brakes, that you've got no rust, excessive rust, etc. Well, the minuscule bit of rust and it's the end of the world. But it's the first test I'm putting this car through, you know. I'm kind of worried. Anyway, come with me and we'll do the test. Before I crack on, we've taken the charger on because the charger's on. I need a shout out and I need to give a big thank you. A guy called NelKel JDM on YouTube. I will put his details in my description. I owe him a big thank you because he approached me about featuring a snippet of my channel, here I am, on his channel, in the hope to get me some more subscribers, to get me a little bit more views. Not many people will do that just off their own back and not expect anything in return. So I do really appreciate that, Nelson. So a big thank you, and obviously I got some subscribers from it, so a big warm welcome to all the new subscribers. Hopefully you enjoy my uploads. I do try and upload on a regular basis, but like I say, I'm an average Joe that has to work for my living. Yeah, so join us today. Let's get in with it. Do this bloody MOT because I am shitting it. The moment of truth is starting the car up. I don't know if it's me. Does anybody else be like this? If you haven't actually started your car in a month, do you not worry in the back of your mind that I hope everything's okay and not something has gone wrong while it's been stood for so long? Actually, last upload, the gap in the window. Since that upload, what I did, in fact, let's open her up. Since that upload, if you noticed my last video, the gap there was quite considerable. When I got it home, I realized that this part of the door was kind of above that. So I adjusted the striker and you can just make out how much it's actually moved. Hopefully, I will stick a camera on the car when we go for the MOT, and hopefully that gap is closed. When I get the car out of the garage, I'm going to adjust the other side because the other side needs to adjust, and you can see what I actually did. You know what time it is now? I've got to start bricklaying again. Right, now she's out. I've got her off for a minute because I also want to take this opportunity. It's noisy around here today. also want to take this opportunity to kind of update the channel of where we're going, because obviously there's new subscribers thinking that there's going to be 2 Skylines, GDO and all this. And there is. However, GDO, where are we at? Hopefully in the next week we're going to have the car back. It's been a while because there's been a lot of miscommunications, a lot of mess ups with postage and where it's come from, because a lot of the parts came from USA. I can't go into details, but hopefully we're going to have the car back. Whether that's running or not, I don't know. We've given people deadlines. Hopefully we'll have the car back. That had an engine, a top end rebuild, because the timing skipped 3 teeth. One of the tensioners failed. I don't know what's caused it. I believe it's a common fault. Obviously there was an electrical fault to start with. That was repaired. It was idling and it just died. I don't know whether it was all the cranking that made the tensioner fail. I couldn't tell you. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. We are going to get the car back, and you will be seeing it coming to your screen quite soon. Hopefully, like I say, in the next week. The other car, the other Skyline, if you follow me on Instagram, I will put a link to my Instagram below. I did go and visit the car. Again, that is another slow process. It's slower than what I wanted. But Michael at MB Motorsport, who's my chosen mechanic, he's hectic busy. Not only does he do work in his workshop for customers, he's also into racing bikes, racing cars, etc, etc. He goes and he picks up cars long distance, drop cars off long distance. The guy's busy, and it's just 2 of them in the workshop, him and Graham. So I have to be patient with this if I want the job done right. And also, you know, we're just normal people. Life sometimes gets in the way, and I know that Michael's going through a bit of a tough time, so I have to take a step back, just be patient. It's annoying sometimes, yes, because you get excited and you want your car, but I know that it's going to be done properly. I have been to see an update. I will put a little video in now of the process so far. Right, Graham set me up the ladders. We're going to have a look at the engine bay. And this is my first time looking at the engine bay, and I'm pretty nervous.
I'll put your ladder for you.
You tell me if I've gone overboard with the polished stuff.
There you go, 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, it's going to look nice.
Isn't it?
Look at look at all the purple on the injectors.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, this is an absolute treat. It's a Taku garage intake manifold. Came with the throttle body, the fuel rail and all the bits and bobs, with the water harnesses and all that sort of stuff. What I've had to bring for MB today is the grommet that goes around the cam angle sensor. Freshly built turbo, GTX 3071R Garrett turbo, 6-boost manifold. The purple injectors, they actually look blue on the screen, but they are purple in real life. They are 1000cc. Now that you've seen that little clip of the engine bay, the injectors, they kind of look blue in that video, but they're not, they're bright purple. Though that video does not do it justice. It really, I think I've got a bit overboard to be honest with the polished stuff, because there's still a polished strap brace to go on, quite a fat one, probably the same size as that. There's also another oil catch can, same setup as that. It's going to be, yes, the cars are going to be just about identical. Why I've done that? Not because I want to have twins and look at me because I've got 2 cars, but this setup, it seems to be working. It's clearly working, and I'm going to just stick with what's working. If you followed me for a while, you know that I've had a really bad running with my Skyline, and yeah, so I don't want to go down that route. So that's where we are with cars. I've been sitting on these for a while, and these are for the Project 33. Been sitting them on a while, so we might as well share. Later on today, I might do a reveal of what these wheels are. For now, let's do the door striker. because I need to do the door striker on the other side. If you look down there, you can kind of see that it's a little bit above. So we need a screw. This is what I used the last time. There, already set up to go. We need a mallet, a rubber mallet. I don't suggest using a normal hammer because you might, if you miss, you're going to dent your car. So I'm going to loosen that off a little bit. Before I've actually moved it, you can actually see where it used to sit. You can see the lines. There's nothing there, but if you look closer you can see a white line. So we're going to adjust that, get it sitting proper. You take your rubber mallet and you tighten it back up. Should be tight. That screw's a bit naff. So much better, it's a lot smoother now. And you can see how far it's actually moved. See the white line, hopefully that comes out on camera. Hopefully no more gaps. Right, let's close up shop and let's get to this MOT. Some several hours later, car is MOT'd and it has another year of legal driving permitted. Didn't come out all healthy. It's going to need some work. Brake pipes, the usual stuff for a 25-year-old car. Kuruma is car in Japanese. I've said this a couple of times, but for the newcomers I'm going to explain what Kuruma means. It's car in Japanese. It's just obviously clues in the name. It's a Japanese car club. We're going to have a meet. I don't think it's going to be a big meet, but hey ho, it's good. It's good banter. Nice to see some of the cars. I've got Michael with his S13 coming along. He should be here in the next hour or so. Maybe Mayman, the infamous Mayman that messed up the oil filter seal. He might be coming along. So while we wait, maybe I should do a reveal on the wheels. The wheels that I touched on a little bit earlier on today. I have been in the shower because over lunchtime we decided to have a braai. And yeah, when you're having a braai in this country, if you start smelling the smoke, everybody notices it. So yeah, I decided to have a shower and get myself changed, and because it's quite warm, I am actually wearing shorts. I ain't going to show you my legs because my legs are hairy, and everybody goes, man, there's a man gorilla. Anyway, should we do a reveal on the wheels? These wheels, the reason why I bought these wheels a while ago was because the wheels that I had, you remember the white Koenigs, excuse all the crap in there, the white Koenigs. While these are my favourite wheels of all time, they are 18s, they are 10.5J wide on the front and the rears are 12. Even though the offsets are like 15, it's not practical, to be honest. The wheels that are on the car, the matte black ones that are quite skinny, They're 19s, and I've got to be honest, I don't like the wheels. There's something about them, they're not beefy enough for my liking. However, and yes, as much as I like my dish, and I like beefy wheels, I like a car to look fat, this is just to the extreme. And yeah, I was going to originally just keep running these wheels, but then after a while I thought, no, I need to keep the car drivable. Doing the Japfest convoy with the Skyline boys, that made me realise, knowing that I can drive Troublemaker relatively hard and not have to worry about scraping, you know, normal issues, losing traction, a tyre coming off a bloody wheel because I'm running excessive stretch. I decided to try and get something that was a little bit more tame, but still give that element of beefiness. Anyway, I've been sitting on these wheels for a while. Cue the rotor haters, because there are a set of rotors, and should we just cut the crap and get them out the box? I'm going to pull one wheel out, okay, because there's not much difference between the wheels, and I'm tired, I've had a long hard day, so to pull all the wheels out, yeah, let's do an unboxing, shall we? Here we go. These are, I believe these are the fronts, and got a lanyard and a key ring, very much like what's on Troublemaker, and yeah, I've got a couple of rotor stickers as well. Keep that on one side. You know what? I know what's coming my way, because you've got all these people that go on about rotors being shit wheels. Let's cut the crap. Yes, they're not the best wheels, but they're not bad wheels. The reason why I say that is because I've got a set of rotor GTIDs sitting there, clearly been on a drift car, and they're holding pressure, there's no structural problems with those wheels. The other thing, Troublemaker has a set of rotors. No, they're not Volkray's TE37s, they're the rip-off. And that car's dynoed at 500 horsepower, and they're holding up. They are just fine. So to all the rotor haters, I'll just ignore you. Here we go. Here's the wheels I've chosen. As you can tell, it's a good giveaway. But we've gone for rotor D2EX. I think that's the model make. The model make. As you can tell, polished lip, flat black centre. This is one of the fronts, I believe. Yes, this is a front. Up, they're obviously 18s. Up front, they're a 9.5 J wheel, and the offset is 12, I believe. Give me a moment. I'm having a brain fart. Yes, ET12 on a 9.5 J wheel, front. The rears are a 10J, and they are ET12 as well, so half an inch difference in them. I am going to have to at some point go down to MB Motorsport with a front and a rear wheel, mount them to the car and see what kind of clearance, because at the moment the car's got spacers on. Hopefully, I'm hoping I can do away with the spacers and still have enough fatness. We'll see, and then that'll tell me how many of the tyres I can really go for. I'm probably going to go for something that's quite similar on Troublemaker, which is like a 265 on a 10.5. No, 275. So I don't feed you full of crap. We'll have a look now. 275, and that's on a 10.5 J wheel. So that's a 275 with minimal stretch, and that's the kind of look. That's the kind of look that I'm trying to achieve with these and with the other car, providing they clear the arches. Yes, the other car's on standard wings, but it's got the 400R arches on it. Hopefully they fit. I don't know, if you think they're not going to fit, put a comment below, let me know. But there they are.